Yeah, first and foremost, starts with me, and we've had a difficult end of the season. We're not happy about it, and again, I look in the mirror at myself, the things I can do better to get this thing turned around. I having said that, I do want to congratulate the players. While it has a strange feeling because we're in a bit of a dip in form, the accomplishment that they made this year to get into the playoffs now, to have a ticket, to lift an MLS Cup, to have that opportunity, something that this club hasn't had for 5 years. So it is a big accomplishment. And every point that you earn in this league is critical. And our guys earned every point, and they deserve to be in the playoffs. All the records, the goal differentials, all that stuff gets thrown out the window. We know we go to Toronto. I know I have a very good team, still a very dangerous team that matches up good against the rest of the Eastern Conference. It's a place where we know they have a lot of talent. It'll be a difficult task, but one where, again, our goal now is to go on the road and get our fans a home game. It's my belief in a 20-team league right now, the strides we've made, I would put us somewhere 6 to 10, somewhere with the ability to beat anyone from 1 to 5. That's the group that we have right now. I'm proud of them. I'm proud of the work that we've done. Technical staff, excellent year. Ernie, thank you for everything, all that I learned this year, the foundation that he's laid. When I sat up here last time in the last game of the season when we beat Orlando, it had a better feeling to it because we won a soccer game. But if people can see the big picture, this team, that was a bottom 5 team in the MLS. This team is in the middle right now, again, with the ability to beat anyone, and we're going to go on the road. We're going to try to achieve that.
So, Jim, objectively, this doesn't feel like a playoff celebration today after this game. What do you have to do, and what does this team have to do to kind of reboot emotion?
Yeah, I mean it's pro sports, so there's no celebrating when you lose. Again, the guys are competitive; they're hard on themselves, and it's no secret we've had a dip in form, but we still have a good group, a good team. Again, I'm self-critical. I look at myself in terms of a million different things you could throw out. Is it training too hard? Is it which I don't think it is. Is it the quality of opponent that we've had now has increased? We've played some good teams down the stretch. Balls aren't bouncing our way in the box right now, in front of the goal, in both boxes, offensively and defensively. It's not going our way. Roland has a great chance in the beginning of the game. Just kind of trickles wide. He hits the post. The little bounces aren't going our way. It's on us to get it fixed and a quick turnaround and get ready for Toronto.
Get an official update on Mo's status and what was the reason Charlie being out of the 18th?
Yeah, gutted for Mo. It's difficult because he was slated to start today, and we were excited to see it in what was a high-intensity game, a real playoff-type feel to it. So Mo has a fracture in his fibula. He'll be done for the season. It's just a freak play. No contact on the play, just by himself. His cleat got stuck in the ground. And it's really upsetting because he's worked so hard to get back on the field. It's been a tough 2016 for him, but I know he'll come back stronger. And in terms of Charlie, that injury is what makes Charlie the odd man out. Mo obviously has the ability to give us some cover at center back. Once Mo goes down now, it's just a numbers game with starting a couple new faces in Ayuk. We needed a defensive-minded guy, so I chose to go with Austin in that role.
Any update on Mo? Any timeline in terms of what his injury is?
No timeline on that. We'll see how it goes.
What are some of the adjustments you got to make as you head into the playoffs?
Well, it's a one-off game. So again, it's not like a situation where they have more rest than us or anything like that. The quick turnaround, in some ways, probably suits the team that's going on the road. Again, it's difficult to get yourself prepared in a quick amount of time. But again, our group's done well. If you look at our record when we play on the Wednesday games on the short weeks, we've gotten results. So we're confident that we can do that. We have some things to clean up, obviously defensively. Some of their strengths and weaknesses, trying to take away obviously Michael Bradley and Giovinco and Josie is a big task. We'll talk through that right now, to be honest, and we'll get ready for Toronto.
So it's been 5 games since you last beat Toronto, which was back in 2014. What needs to happen on Wednesday in order to break that dry spell?
Yeah, they're a good team. So again, anytime you play a good team in their building, it's going to be difficult. The good news is we played there, less than a month ago, and had them down 1-0, and we're pushing the game and pushing the tempo of things, and gave up a goal and had a good performance in a draw. So the guys know they can go there. It's a good field. The surface is great. We'll go there. We'll be brave, and again, we'll look to get a result against a good team.
Jim, I know Chris Pontius has had the hamstring.
Yeah.
How about, do you know his status?
Chris is fine. He'll be fine to start in Toronto. Obviously, he's had a great season. A guy that I'm very high on. Today was just about some maintenance and a little bit of an eye on the future.
Jim, there weren't a lot of them, but some boos coming from the crowd after
For sure.
the result tonight. And, on the same night as fan appreciation,
Yeah.
and when you get into the playoffs for the first time in a long time. I mean, just the juxtaposition of those things, is it strange to kind of think about that?
It's strange, yeah, of course. Listen, it's Philadelphia first and foremost, so booing is it's popular, it's commonplace, it's normal when you don't win, and they're entitled to boo. It is difficult for me because I feel bad for the players and the guys that put in such a good year, and the timing. It's the timing of it, right? So again, if we started horrible, we're terrible, we're getting booed early, and then we finish strong and we scrape in at the end. I think it's a total shift in mindset, and everyone's going nuts today. But it is what it is, and we can't change it. It's the past now. Again, we have a ticket to the real season, as I call it. Games are going to be different. It changes a lot. The intensity gets ramped up. But yeah, the booing part is something that I'm the one that they're booing, when they boo. It's not the players. The players have had great years, so I take that as the head coach. Yeah, I am disappointed that it's not more celebratory, but this is pro sports and this is Philadelphia. So when they're upset, they can voice their opinion. But I do still see a good year had by our guys in a club that's moving in the right direction.
Bit of an experimental front line today.
Yeah.
What were the bright spots you saw, and where did things not really?
Yeah, so going into the game, we wanted to look for a spark, right? So we talked about defensive sparks. That was unfortunately Mo. That didn't go well. Obviously, he got injured. And then offensively with Elsinho, throwing Herbers as the 9, taking a look at that. Ayuk, some fresh legs. He's rewarded for working his tail off in training each and every day. And again, that's how we are as a team. When people work hard, we reward them, whether they're young, whether they're old. Yeah, it's a big spot for him, but I think, again, he can learn from a game like this because it was high intensity. On to the game, too. I mean, we didn't really even talk about it, but we actually come out and are okay. If you look at the goal that we give up, it's actually the one time Warren gets injured and he's down behind the back line. So we do lose track in that sequence of Sasha, who Warren did a very good job on up until then, and Sasha gets free, and then our back line's a little disjointed. Richie steps out, flies out of the back line, and we get punished. So again, it's you're going to learn from every game. Young guys on the field, old guys on the field, and I'm excited for the opportunity for them to play in a playoff game.
Jim, speaking of the playoffs, as you know, everything kind of amps up.
Yeah.
Do you have to talk to the young guys, or you just let them go?
Yeah. So it's a fair question and great point. The older guys, they know what big games are like, right? Kilo's played in Champions League, Bedoya's played everywhere internationally, Pontius and CJ have played in big games, so they know what it's like. There is always a concern with younger guys. How are they going to respond to it? Our young guys have responded great all year, though. They're the least. You don't worry about them in games. They play a little bit wiser beyond their years. Will it be new? Absolutely. But at the same time, they've dealt with and handled situations and risen to the occasion, and that's what we expect from them. So yeah, it's not. I don't want to have a long sit down and talk because maybe they do start to think, "Whoa, this is a bigger deal." So sometimes being a little naive and young and fearless is special.
Jim, how do you go about fixing the struggles you guys have had, not only before you, but just in general going into Toronto?
It struggles in front of goal. Okay. Yeah, I mean, listen. Yeah, we haven't scored in our last 2 games. We're disappointed by that. We've had some chances. Again, the ball's just not bouncing our way in the box. It's again getting back to the basics. Committed to getting 3 runners in the box, running hard, getting the ball in the wide areas like we like to get our 2v1s, and then just execution in front of goal. It comes down to that. We'll work on things. We'll continue to work on things in training each and every day. and try and get it right to go to Toronto and execute in front of our goal, offensively and defensively too, because we're coming up short on the defensive side as well.
Were you hoping to get Boston in the game, or was it just a case of having some defensive cover just in case?
You don't go into games kind of with the hope of just throwing a guy out there to throw him out there. There's ebbs and flows to every game. For example, Warren Creavalle gets drilled in the ribs and hurts his ribs and has to come out at halftime. That adjusts the whole plan. So you have an idea of how your subs might go, but it can always backfire. It can be dangerous. There could be a red card. There could be a million different situations. So you don't really go in with the hope to change your center backs. We went into the game to win the game, to get a result. We didn't do that. We were beat by a Red Bull group that was better than us today. Plain and simple. Did we create some chances? Absolutely, but they were a little sharper to second balls, a little quicker, a little more physical, and it was a fast tempo game. It was a good tune-up for what it's going to look like in terms of the speed of play when we go and play Toronto.
Last two, David.
What are some of the things you can take away from the games against Toronto this year?
The first one, we learned a lot about our back line in terms of stepping and dropping, not getting yourselves caught with Giovinco. Same situation comes up today. So again, you're always learning and trying to get better. The second one in Toronto was actually our better performance. If you really look at it, again, great start to the game. Played in their end. Probably should have had a second goal in the first half, if I'm being honest, and we didn't get that. Did a decent job maintaining their key guys, which is what it's all about with Toronto. They have great role players, but they also have some special guys that can make a play. So really keying in on them and trying to shut them down. Our team creates chances too, so we do get chances. Just a matter of now putting the ball in the back of the net.
Last one,
Jim, any thoughts of getting up to Toronto today early, maybe trying to do a session up there?
We're in some talks right now. Again, have they officially said to you guys whether it's Wednesday or Thursday? No, they're still the same with us. They're still finalizing those details. So we have talked about do you charter, do you this, do you that. We'll have an idea of what day it is, and then we'll make an adjustment there.
Wednesday or Thursday change, whether you do a regeneration day tomorrow or giving a day off for it.
There won't be any days off, that's for sure. Yeah, we need to get back into work. We need to look at the tape. We need to recover in a smart way, obviously. The guys will get taken care of in terms of their hot and cold tub, massage, and all that. But we'll still push the rest of the group because, again, someone's going to get called upon in a playoff game that maybe people don't expect to make a big play, and maybe they do. So again, it's everyone's involved in this, and we will continue to push training. And with the thought being we can go to Toronto and win a soccer game. It's one game. Anything can happen. We have a good team.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks.